I'm John Checkers, and today I'm going to explain to you the rule of three. The rule of three goes this way. If she's cute and she has no kids, she's a bitch. If she's cute and she's nice, she has kids. And if she's nice and she has no kids, she's not cute. That is my rule for three. You will find that in the dating world, this for the most part will hold true 90+% of the time. There are exceptions to everything because we're all individuals. And I'm not here to argue with you whether or not there are some exceptions to the rule of three, because I will be the first to admit to you that there are probably some exceptions. But you will find that 90+% of the time, this rule will be the rule when you're out there dating. So many times I wondered to myself, I said, why is it that this cute chick with no kids, every time I'm trying to set something up, it's, oh, I can't that weekend, oh, something came up with my family, so forth. And then I have this other chick, and she's got a kid, or she's got two kids. She's cute and everything. And when I say, hey, what's up for this weekend? Let's hang out this weekend. All of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, no problem. Let me see if I can get a babysitter. Oh yeah, And she'll even call me and follow up to make sure that we're still on, wondering if I'm gonna cancel. And you may have found the same thing. You may have wondered, well, gee, why is it that seem to be having luck with these girls with kids, but these girls with no kids doesn't seem to be the luck there? Well, it has nothing to do with luck, just that the girl with no kids, she has a lot more options, and so she's going to explore those options. And the girl with kids, well, she has less options, so she's going to explore more thoroughly the options that are presented to her, whereas the other girl, she will take advantage of, if there's a better offer, the better looking guy, more money, so forth. She's obviously going to take advantage of those offers, and that's just the way they work. So I found not to believe all the bullshit that a lot of women would tell me, that it was, oh, well, it's not about looks, it's about the personality and so forth. Well, it really is all about the looks. It really is all about the status. It really is all about the money. Those are the things that you're going to find. It's either looks, status, or money are the three things that are going to get you women. And if she has a couple kids and her stock goes down, then she will entertain offers from beta males. But if not, and she has all options on her plate, she's a good looking woman, then she's going to be looking for alpha males. And this is just the way that it is. So I'm not, again, I'm not here to argue that it can never go differently than that. I'm just here to explain to you that 90+% of the time, this is the way it's going to go. And if you're looking for it to go differently, it's going to be a needle in a haystack. Even when I was young, I remember looking, and this was when I was a much younger, 19, 18, 19, 20, before all the girls had kids, right? I used to see some dude that was busted with a hot chick, and I'd be like, man, how did that dude pull that chick? Wow, and it used to give me hope too. Wow, that dude can pull that chick, then I can pull that chick or better, because that dude's way busted looking, and I'm a halfway decent looking guy, so and I would see that and I would be like, wow, but now in retrospect, all I saw was the outside. All I saw was that dude walking with that chick. And since that dude was walking with that chick, I just assumed that everything other than that visual I was perceiving was good. I had no idea to think to say, hey, you know what? I bet if I approached and I asked, hey, you know, you guys are a couple, you know, you guys have kids, probably be like, the dude probably be like, well, no, actually, I don't have any kids. You know, she has a couple, but, you know, they're like my kids now and so forth, you know. But I never went that far. I just saw, you know, the couple walk in, you know, a couple together. I was just like, wow, how did this dude pull this chick? So, you know, what happens is I look at it is once the chicks, you know, have kids, and they're in the secondary market, they of course realize that the alpha males are just gonna pump and dump. And now they start looking to those beta males because somebody has to put little Jimmy through college, somebody has to pay the bills, and those are things that she didn't really think about before. All she thought about was, hey, am I, you know, with the guy that I like, you know, oh, I like this guy, okay, I like him, you know. She didn't really analyze, well, is there a future with this guy? What exactly does he have to offer? What type of person he is? No, just as long as she felt good with him, because that's what women are all about, is just feelings. She was like, oh, I feel good with him, then that's it. But there's no analyzation. And, you know, a lot of things that would happen that I would keep noticing was that there was always this double standard as a man, like where everything we did was immature and everything that they did was mature, and anything you did bad, you were immature and she was always mature. And then I started kind of putting something together, and I started saying, well, wait a second. I mean, if you go out and you bang nothing but bad boys, and now you're gonna blame the entire gender of men for the actions of a few men, and maybe it's not so much that those men are immature, but maybe those guys are just so smart that they know that they can do whatever they want and you'll still be there. So if I can cheat on you and you'll still be there, and if I can, you know, treat you like shit and you'll still hang around, then that doesn't really mean that you're mature and I'm immature. That just really means that I'm smart enough to figure out that I can do whatever I want to do, and you will not do nothing about it. Henceforth, it's not really a question of maturity, but it's a question of who is smarter. And the alpha male is smart enough to know that he's an alpha, and that he can do whatever he wants, and that the girl will put up with it. So rather than taking the alpha male and saying, hey, he's smarter, he's just a lot smarter than that girl, women have flipped that whole thing around to be like, well, the whole gender of men is immature. The whole gender of men is not immature, okay? It is the alpha male. It is the 8, 9, or 10 male who knows that he's at the high end of the spectrum when it comes to looks. He's tall, he has low body fat, you know, he has a six-pack, so forth, he's athletic. All the women want him, and he realizes that he can do whatever he wants. Now, so let's just say that these males account for, let's just say, 30% of the male population. So now you're going to take 30% of the male population and what they do and put the blame on the other 70% of the males for what 30% of the males are doing. And it's always the same thing. It's 100 girls all wanting the one quarterback guy, and the quarterback, he's banging them all, banging her cousin, banging her friend, and then they get burned and they're like, wow, I can't believe he did that. Guys are pieces of crap. Well, wait a second. Not guys are pieces of crap. That guy is a piece of crap. And since you let him get away with it and you validate what he does, then you cannot blame him for doing what he does.